everyone, it's Lisa and Carrie from Primitive Gatherings, and today we are going to show you a fabulous trunk show from the book called Quilt Club. Now this is from Paula Barnes and Mary Ellen Robinson, and this is their third Martingale book, so super excited for them. And this book is all about scrap quilts and what do we call those? Friendship quilts and stitch-alongs and block swaps, all that kind of stuff going on in this book. So lots of great ideas if you love to do those types of events and sew-alongs. So Mary Ellen and Paula have been longtime friends of mine. We've done lots of quilt shows together, lots of events, workshop type things. We went on a cruise together. They've been here in Wisconsin doing retreats with us. So these girls are awesome, and I'm super excited to share their latest book with you. All right, so should we get right to it?
We should.
Okay, so let's go. We're going to go through the book project by project. So the first one is called 16 Patch. All right, so look at this beauty. I love how easy this is. And you all know I love blue and white, right? So I have my next fabric line coming out has a lot of blue and white in it. But what's great about this is you can take your scraps or a pre-cut bundle and make this no time flat. And just remember too that this would make an awesome exchange block because it's super easy. So not a lot of difficult. Yeah, not a lot of difficult. Yeah, so even to get the beginners involved in that as well. So just one big fabric as a setting, and look at the beautiful quilting on it. It's custom quilted. And then we should probably show the back of every quilt as well. So we'll just maybe fold over. There you go. So this is the backing. Beautiful star print there. Okay. And I know I always try to mention how wonderful the Martingale books are. The photography in them is amazing. So I'll try to show you the quilt in each one here. So look at the photography there of the 16 patch. And then the next one up is called Canyon Box 9 Patch. Now I love 9 patches. You all know how I feel about 9 patches, right? What is the saying? Nobody's too good for a 9 patch.
Crayon box.
Crayon box?
Yep, it's crayon box.
Oh yeah. I did just go to the eye doctor yesterday for some new glasses because I think I've been straining the heck out of them. Canyon, crayon, same thing. Yeah. Now this is a beautiful, nice big quilt. Kaylee, do you have the sizes all ready for them? Okay, Kaylee's on it. Look at this wonderful -9 patch block. Beautiful setting triangles to accent it. Again, wonderfully quilted. Big, big, big quilt. Let's show the back. Scrappy too. Each block is probably a different fabric.
And what they did too is they used a different color for
the blue.
For the blue. It's gorgeous. That's a neat idea too for the back.
Yeah, because I kind of like the fabric to match the thread for the quilting, right?
Yes.
I don't like seeing white thread or really light thread on dark fabrics.
Yep.
All right, then next up, Plaid Barn. Oh, this is going to be a fun one. Okay, here we go.
Oh, look how
Could you see a whole bunch of barns? I could see the barn quilt being changed too.
Yeah, different.
Just saying. But look at how fun this is. Barn quilts are so popular right now. And in Wisconsin here, we have a barn quilt trail. There's so many barn quilts here. And we're working on some barn quilts for Primitive Gatherings new buildings too. So that's all in the works as well. Show the backing.
Right. And it's just a little, they did just a little meander on this one.
Yeah, for quilting.
Very cute and yeah.
So do you put one long sleeve or do you like these split sleeves?
It depends on the length. I mean, for something probably this size, I'd probably do one, but for the bigger quilts, I do, so it's easier to.
I'm kind of lazy. I don't like doing 4 of these. I want to just do 2.
Yeah, really depends on the size.
And then like I just know from like hanging in shows and stuff like that, like if you have a big quilt and you have that split in there, it bunches up and it does funny things when we're hanging those at shows. So I like one sleeve. But sometimes you don't have that one big piece of fabric, but you could always piece it. Okay, now
Next up we have Friendship. Right?
Friendship Star. And this again is a beautiful, fun block, easy block for block exchanges and making these all different ones.
Yep.
And what I like to do is like each year I like to pick a little pattern that I'm going to make lots of little blocks of with my excess fabrics.
Right.
So this would be a really good one to do that with. Yeah, so as you're making your quilts, you set aside with the leftover fabric, you make a couple of blocks every time you make it. And then before you know it, you have maybe, because this could be a little table runner as well. I could see just this, and then go repeat this again for a table runner. That would be fun. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, and I would, I'd say it's,
you could put that on a tabletop.
Yeah, that
Use
way.
it as a tabletop. It would be perfect.
And this is about a 4.5-inch finished block. There's the quilting. It's just kind of meandering. So I like the meander when you don't want the quilting pattern to take over what's already going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, you want to really highlight what you're.
Yeah, perfect color for thread. Great little fun quilt. I love those half square triangles. You all know I love those half square triangles. All right, yeah, see, I even marked this one as one of my favorites before somebody else did this. All right, so this one is one of my all-time favorites. So I know that this might have been, some of these quilts might have been single patterns. So what's cool is now you can get all of them in one book, a lot of them in one book, which is, to me, a no-brainer to get the book. Okay, we all love stars. I know I'm not alone in that, but look at all the colors, all those reproduction fabrics. Very fun. This is a nice lap quilt or couch quilt.
Most definitely.
Right, beautiful custom quilting on this one. This one is called Scrappy Star. Yeah, what a great name. And they have a little section in here about exchange blocks. And they even like plot it all out for you on how to do that. So that's kind of fun. I won't give it away in the book. So.
And then what they did was they did a different color thread so you could really see the quilting on the back.
Yeah,
navy. It sort of blends in, but I think.
Well, I think when you do quilting thread, I don't worry about the color on the back. I worry about this color. Yeah. So if that happens, you have that really light on the back, and then you see the really cool quilting pattern. That's fine with me, right? Yep. I love that. Okay, so moving on. Yeah, I had this one marked too as one of my favorites. I marked my favorites. So, all right, the next one, Hourglass and Double 4-Patch. Oh, I was told that I can't. You got to go that way. On these big quilts.
This one's humongous.
Yeah, but big and clunky. So I'll make it a little taut here. All right, a beautiful fabric line here, just nice and mushy. Again, this looks like either a fat quarter bundle or something like that. It would really work well with these big prints. It kind of looks like French General to me. But
it does, yeah. Makes me think of that. And there's one of your blocks. There's your other block. So
very nice. And then kind of an edge-to-edge quilting on this one. Beautiful paisley as the border, kind of like looks old and washed out, like a real old French fabric, but like super easy, super easy. 4 patches and hour blocks, big blocks, and then a beautiful back, beautiful backing here. I like using fabric in the line as backing.
Yes. Just really completes it.
Yeah, so we always try to order fabric that we can cut backings for. So we just don't, at Primitive Gatherings, we just don't order the line of fabric. We always will add some of the bolts that we think will make really good backings. Okay, the next one. Ooh, this is a good one, another one. Mosaic. Again, if you like making those half square triangles, this one is for you. Or just collecting your extra half square triangles. Even if they're bigger, you save them and then you cut them down.
Yeah.
It's always easy to cut down half square triangles. Or you just save them in bins according to their size if you do a lot of quilting.
I think she called this one mosaic.
Yeah.
I think that's what they call this.
Mm-hmm. Scrappy. I bet you this was maybe part of one of the exchanges that we did, a 2-inch finished half square
Right.
triangle exchange at
Maybe
one
like
time.
this.
And then you just get a bunch of fabrics from everybody. Like everybody makes, you know, so many half square triangles, and then you sort them out and give everybody a couple of each, and then you end up with this huge variety of half square triangles. But I love this setting. So a lot of people sometimes think that this is like you have to piece these on a diagonal, but it's kind of like an optical illusion, right?
Yes,
Because it's
completely.
just a big half square triangle.
Big block, and there's the second block.
Mm-hmm.
I love the crosshatch too in this block, and then also the curves of
And
this block.
the double line quilting, that extra added in there. Okay, the back. Oh, a beautiful
that
paisley. Yeah.
Wow, that goes. Look at it has a lot of the colors in the quilt. It's gorgeous.
Yeah. Again, that's a nice big size bed quilt. 95. Yeah, I could tell that. Okay. And I know Paula and Mary Ellen use something I think called spinning stars. Is that what kind of triangle paper they use?
I'm not sure. Not
Okay.
sure. We can find out though.
Yeah. This is my favorite block. I love the Weathervane block.
Yes.
So I think maybe that's the name of this one.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, Weathervane. We're getting excited. We just want to look at the quilts. We don't care about their names.
Yeah.
So where's my favorite block that is shown in the book? This one. I love this block right here. I love, yeah, this is like singled out in the book as well. I love that dark in the corner like that. And it really gives a really nice value placement to the Weathervane block.
I like that.
Yeah. Again.
And then use the same as the border. She used it on the back.
Yeah. Beautifully custom quilted. All right. Again, triangles, triangles, triangles. I love triangles.
So this one speaks to you.
Yes. Everything is a triangle on this one. Oh, here, let's get that. There we go. All right, so now you can see the easy piecing on this one. And not every quilt we make has to be a masterpiece
No.
or harder than the next one.
No.
So I like to switch off. I like to do big and clunky and then a really hard one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I like to stretch and be like,
Space them out.
yeah.
Because I know I always feel like I have to challenge myself, and then when I do something easy and it goes by so quick, I'm like, why don't I need to do this more?
Yeah.
You know, so.
Like instant gratification
Yes,
sometimes.
exactly.
Yes. Yes. Again, beautiful blue and cream, and then featuring those tan, more of the tan tones to the light in the half square triangle. But again, dark back on this one as well. You can really, and they even changed this thread color to this thread color. So see that?
Yes.
They changed that even. Blue here, cream here, tan here.
Right. And they changed it all up. So cream,
Mm-hmm.
blue, and tan.
She's pretty good. I wonder if that's a computer.
I don't know. It looks
It's
good.
really good.
It is good. You're amazing.
Yes, whoever did this. Yes. But I know even if that was a computer, that still has to be very precise. So,
It does.
yeah. Okay.
All right. So behind us, Lisa, we're going to talk about the tree.
All right, is that one
That's
next?
the next one.
Okay, this one is called
Just tree.
Tree. Yes, we all love tree blocks. I love tree blocks.
Yep.
Okay, so look at this one. I love how mushy this one is.
Yes.
So the light is very mushy tan with all those reproduction prints. And they've used every color, purple, red, cheddar, gold, browns, blues, even, blacks, matters, pinks, raspberries, every color.
Yeah, every color.
And that's what makes it, I think, sparkle.
Yeah, I think
is
so
that
too.
they used that different color in there.
Yeah, and I love how it goes against the background of the block here. Even though that's a brown, it's got it. It really complements it.
Yeah, the mushiness. And even this low contrast block.
Yes.
Because back, maybe this is a recreated quilt and you find those where there's a very subtle difference. And to me, people will say, well, don't you think that should be more valuable? I'm like, no, I like that. I like that because they used what they had.
Yeah, right.
Right? So when you see that, that's the best they could do with what they had in their scrap bag or whatever. So that's what makes the quilt more interesting, is not everything be so stark, dark, and light. Right. To have those mediums, medium dark, medium,
Right, and I
prints.
Like the background, it being a solid blue, and then each one of the blocks being different. It really shows you that everything doesn't have to match. It doesn't have to flow. This is beautiful, and it still flows all together.
And then your backgrounds don't always have to be tans. Look at that blue one over there.
Yep.
See that?
Yep, and this one's got the pink and red.
Yeah.
Or that one's a stripe down there, if you can see that one.
So yeah, a lot of people overthink when they pick out fabrics. I think they put too much
pressure on themselves.
Yeah, like who cares? Just make it and live with it because it's going to be good.
I know. I think one of the funniest questions I think we see is, can I do this? Can I use this fabric? Well, of course you can.
Yeah, it's your quilt.
We're all artists,
if you love
we're all
it, you use it.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, now. This one, see my little mark in there?
Yes,
this is the favorite in the book.
Oh, okay.
For me.
All
For
right.
me.
Drum roll.
This is the star, I think. So you got to have a star.
Right.
This would be the first one I would make. Look at that block. I love that 9 patch in there. So nice. This is a great big block. You only need 9 on this one.
Right.
And or if you want it to be a bed quilt, some people don't like square quilts. Like I don't get it. Like, okay, I mean, I get that not every quilt has to be rectangular. Like I'm like, there's nothing wrong with having square quilts.
No.
Right?
No.
But like some people like really freak out that quilts are square. They're like, what do? You add more blocks?
More blocks, because you can make it longer
or
if you want to do a rectangle.
Or because remember, we don't have to have pillow tucks now on our beds.
No,
so square quilts can be used on beds.
Yes, completely.
For sure.
Beds or your dining room table. You could do a square for your dining room table and it looks beautiful.
Right, or it's easier to use a square quilt as a wall hanging so they're not going all the way down to the ground.
True.
A lot of times.
True.
So don't think of your quilts as only bed quilts.
Don't limit yourself.
Yeah, they're art. This is art. This is beautiful.
Right.
This is awesome. So it doesn't have to be a rectangle. Oh, we got to do back. Oh, yeah. We don't have to, everything doesn't have to be a rectangle.
We're so excited. We just
right?
Sometimes we forget what we're doing.
Okay, there's the back. Beautiful quilting again. A nice blue background. Oh, and I tossed the book on the floor. Okay, so was that the last one? That was called Fancy. I'm sure Kaylee already had that all figured out.
And they also have a topic on quilt making basics.
Okay, so there's basics in here. Yep, so there's the basics.
Yeah, at the beginning they talk about how to do an exchange. So there's instructions on that, which is really nice. Block exchange guidelines, so kind of how to if you want to get a group of friends togetger, and I've never done it, so how do I do it in this case?
Right, give you a couple ideas because they've obviously done it.
Yes.
So otherwise they couldn't have come up with all these cool things. But yeah, so here again, the book is called Quilt Club. This is now my copy. Thank you, Martingale. I love it. And you can snag this on our website or go visit the Red Crinoline site. They have a fabulous website, I am sure, for you to look for any of the other things that they have to offer. So we will have this for sure on our website, and we will put the delivery. When do we know when this one was coming out? All right. Kaylee will pop that in the video when it's going to be delivered. But again, we just want to inform you of all the cool books coming from the best quilt authors in the country and the best publisher, Martingale.
Yes. Definitely.
All right, anything else we need to talk about, you think?
No, I think that's fabulous.
All right, so a great book for your friends. Buy one for you and all your friends and start an exchange.
Yeah, tell us your favorite. What was your favorite one? Tell us your favorite.
Yep. So thanks everybody for joining us, and look for our next trunk show video.